Got it.
This is Soa Min, the Hand of the Monster, and also the AIWF World TV Champion. And you are watching, you are listening, you are experiencing Bells and Belts.
Bells and Belts, we gather at this hour to express our deep sorrow.
No, we don't.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. We are gathered at this hour to express our deep regret and remorse for the title reign that was absolutely amazing. 204-day reign as the Intercontinental Champion is now over. He is still the AAA Mega Champion, but the amazing reign of Dominant Mysterio is now over.
Man Up was never happier to see Super Cena return. Blow from somebody. He brought back that 2000s magic where you could not beat him. So
Really, Joey?
that was a shitty frog splash.
I've been telling y'all this for the longest. Nobody listened to me. His techniques are way off. Nobody wants to listen to me, but okay.
Shut up, man. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Shut up. Shut up. Shut all the way up. Shut all the way up.
Anyway.
Bells and Belts, what's going on, everybody? Your boy Senator D. We're back here with Man Up and Joy, and we are here back on a Tuesday. Glad everybody's joining us. All the sad circumstances, but with this, he will survive. He will survive. He still has gold, so it is all freaking good. Gentlemen, how has your week been?
I said it before we came live. I'm gonna say it again.
No, you will not say it. You will not say it. You will not. I rebuke you. You will not say that. But tonight we have a great guest coming on, Joey. We have a great guest coming on. We're gonna definitely get into it with them, whatnot. But do we want to talk about schedule later? You want to talk about later or now, Joey?
No, we could. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
No. Actually, we'll do it on the back end. We'll do it on the back end. But in the meantime, between time, let's say how everybody Joe Man Up. Then we're gonna jump into our guests.
All right, Wrestling Bunkers, how you feeling? Nesha, appreciate that. Welcome to Bells and Belts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
yes,
Nesha. Oh, here, what it do? What it do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just for Cedric right there. I think she's talking about the champ is me and Joey. You know what I'm saying? But
she was very excited. She was very excited. With freaking, she was excited.
Yeah, you're gonna get it tonight. She said.
Yeah. When it freaking happened, first person I hit up was Nesha. That was the very first person I hit up. I was like,
yeah, what's going on, Reese? How you doing?
It's crazy.
I'm in. What up?
But yeah, but Joey, we have an amazing guest tonight.
Absolutely, so excited to have another great professional wrestler on here tonight. We're gonna have a great time. He's very excited, and I mean, like the name says, he's all go.
Yeah, and we're going to get to the bottom what all go is with our guest this evening. All GO Nelli is here live on Bells and Belts. What's going on, man?
Man, nothing much. I'm sorry to be in my car. I just got out of work. I drove to practice.
That's all good, man. You're making the time for being with us here on Bells and Belts. You can come. You could come from the car. You can come from the gym. You can come from wherever. You're here on Bells and Belts. We thank you for taking the time for being here with us, man.
Yes.
We definitely appreciate that. And our guests welcome you, and we're definitely going to be looking forward to hearing more about you. But as first and foremost, the first thing that we ask our guests is what is your very first wrestling memory?
Ooh, that's a good one. It was SmackDown 2006 in November. I was flipping through the channel, and I was just watching Finley beating the hell out of someone. I forgot who it was, but Finley was beating someone. Then the next segment, they flashed back to last week, and it was Vito. That's when Vito was wearing the dress, and he was Vito, my bald guy. He's probably FBI. Yeah, he kissed Michael Cole on the lips. I was like, what show am I watching? And and I think the main event was Kane versus Mr. Kenny. This is when Kane was feuding with MVP before Armageddon, and Undertaker was feuding with Mr. Kenny, and they're doing that Hurts match.
Okay,
cool.
Okay, and was that the time? That's what got you hooked to it to wrestling, or?
Yeah, all my friends were talking about it in the playground, and I just happened to be channel surfing. And once I saw it, I was like, I'm part of the boys now. You know what I'm saying? And I was a little bit more obsessed with it. Talking about it every week, tuning in every week. Stuff like that.
Yeah. On the playground. Now, what age was this for?
5th grade, 4th grade, something like that.
Yeah. I love that. I love the contrast there because that was about the age where I got into wrestling as well. So okay, good stuff. And it was a collective. Like he was one of the boys. Like you watched wrestling. So yeah, I dig that.
And back then too. So I went to an international school, so all my friends are like British or like some European or something. So
first of all, are you a military brat?
No. So I'm from I was raised in DC, so you get a lot of diplomats coming in. I've met I've met the ambassador's son to Bahrain, Kazakhstan. This is a funny story. My friend said, "Yo, come hang out with me. I'm at this address." I said, "Cool." Put in the address, drive to it. I text him. I'm like, "Am I at the right place, bro? This is the Australian embassy." He was like, "Yeah, you're at the right place." I was like, "What?"
Oh wow! Wow!
Dang!
Oh wow!
Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
So, but what I was going, there wasn't really a lot of love for like basketball and football at my age, and obviously with soccer coming on at 9 a.m, it was hard to fall in love with a sport. So I treat pro wrestling as like the first sport that I was truly like into watching and stuff like that.
That's cool.
That's crazy because I know DC they 2006. I think I think they were the Wizards then, or were they Bullets? I forget. And they had the Redskins, but they were based in Maryland. But in the Capitals. But but you gravitated towards wrestling. So
100%. Yeah.
good deal. Now I'm sorry, Joey.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, so all right, so after that all right, so you've had that memory. All right, so as you got older, like, so what how did you had the notion like, hey, I think I want to do this?
I just said screw it because I just wanted to do it. So I started amateur wrestling about 6th grade, something like that.
Okay.
Did that middle school, high school, a little bit in college. Did it in college, and I graduated college during COVID,
Oh,
so I really
okay.
didn't know what to do. I wasn't ready to move home yet, so I kind of just winged it. I'm a
Okay.
biology major, and some biology stuff, there's not a lot of money in it. So I was like, let me go get my master's. I didn't have the grades to finish getting my master's.
Okay.
Became a fitness instructor, and then WrestleMania 40 was in Philly. I did a whole
Okay.
trip by myself. I went to the 2 days, the Monday Night Raw after,
Okay.
and something just hit me saying like, now's the time. Now's the time to like just go chase it. And I joined Paradise Alley, got trained by
Okay.
Mario Mancini, Paul Roma,
Okay.
and I never looked back.
Okay. Now, a lot of wrestlers had said they wrestled with their friends back in the day. Was that you as well, or?
Yeah, sometimes you just in the basement, you just like let's start wrestling each other, or like on the playground, and stuff like that. Definitely, yeah.
I love talking to folks from the East Coast or up north, whatnot. They have basements. I miss those little things. Like I miss a basement. like
Yeah.
here here in like in the South in Texas and whatnot. Like they're like what is a basement? Like, dude,
No, Texas have attics. Texas have big old attics. That's what they have.
if that, yeah, good stuff. All right, Joy.
Yeah. So so I know you initially big fan watching WWE. When did you discover like other wrestling?
That's a tough man. I don't even remember. Maybe like 2016. I know like when I was in college here, because I went to college in Connecticut, we had
Okay.
Northeast Wrestling. Northeast Wrestling is probably one of the biggest, a big promotion up here. They'll get guys
Yeah.
like Ray. They
Yes,
had Phoenix
absolutely.
on the show. Kenny Omega was on. Kurt Angle. Jerry the King Lawler was a regular. So
Sure.
I guess when you start liking stuff on Instagram and everything starts to know like, hey, go here, hey, go there. That's when I started finding it. I fell in love with New Japan a lot back,
Sure.
especially in college. That was probably one of my more favorite ones to watch was New Japan.
Good deal.
Wow.
Now, were you following the New Japan like in the height of the Bullet Club, with the Bucks and Omega, or?
Yep, that
Oh,
era, that era.
okay,
Okada was top dog.
sure.
Um, but I think the people that really stood out to me were Tomohiro Ishii, Shingo Takagi. Those are probably still some of my favorite people. The aggression that they bring, just to
Oh
the
yes.
ring, and it's
Yeah.
like we talk about FTR, they talk about no flips, just fists, but those
Sure.
guys, it's like
Uh-huh.
it's just an hour of like suplexes, an hour of like body slams and stuff, and it's just like I couldn't get enough. It's just like, man,
Sure.
one of these dudes gonna like one of these guys has to give up at one point.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
I watch that strong style. It gives me it gives me inspiration. Whenever I see Man Up in person, that's what Man Up gonna get. He gonna get that strong style right up in his face, right, Man Up?
We're gonna have to talk about this offline.
Yes,
But
sir.
okay. But okay.
I definitely understand what you're saying about Ishii and Shingo Takagi, because those two guys, what you got to respect about them is that win, lose, or draw, they always fight, and they don't back down. So that's really something that I'm definitely a fan of those too. So you discovered kind of independent wrestling around the same time. It sounds like, and that's something a lot of people don't find out until they really get ready to train, and then they're like, "Wait, there's other wrestling, like not on TV. It's like not on national TV or
Right.
whatever." And then they discover, but you kind of discovered it at the same time. You discovered sounds like the stuff in Japan and Ring of Honor, things like that too.
Yep.
So that's really cool, and that's awesome to have a great kind of a big independent up there that really has that. So what drew you into Paradise Alley initially? Like, how did you find out about that?
I typed in pro wrestling schools in Connecticut, and it was the closest one. I'm sure you know it's a huge grind. You know, like
Sure.
having to go
Yeah.
having to go after work, having to find the schedule and time and stuff like that. You know, and then just putting in hours. I've been at school till like 1 a.m. before. You know, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
finding the time, finding the commitment is what I think is the hardest thing about finding a school.
See, that's a lot of things that people don't talk about, the time and commitment, because a lot of people don't understand that if you want to pursue something, that is the biggest part of it.
Yes.
You know, it's just saying, okay, I'm not going to make excuses. This is what I'm feeling ready to do.
Let me tell you this weekend. So this weekend, we had 2 shows in Canada.
Sure.
We had to drive there. So we had to go pick up 2 people in Montreal and then drive to Ontario. We left Connecticut at 2 a.m., got to Montreal maybe like at 7, another 7-hour drive to Ontario, back to Montreal for our other show, and then we drove back after that show, got back home at 5 a.m. That's the commitment, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. We love bringing folks on who and they have that type of story, because it's definitely more than what you just see in the ring. Like we in finding out like the grind, the hustle, the blood, sweat, and tears, all the stuff that goes into it. It definitely creates a deeper appreciation and respect for you guys as well.
Well, and I think another good point of that is like a lot. I mean, I'm sure nobody knows this better than All GO Nelli, but a lot of guys get in the business and just want to stay in their hometown and wrestle in their hometown. And it's like if you're trying to make a living at this, you have to make towns. You have to hit the road. You have to get in front of different places, because you never know where those places are that somebody is going to see you and put in a word to get you on TV or or whatever. Because it doesn't usually just happen in one spot. So that really is the grind, and you're putting in a lot of miles, like you're talking about, to really get out there and everything. And we'll definitely get into Project X Wrestling, which we know has a lot of buzz right now as far as indies go, lots of buzz. So we know you're featured there as well. So when you find out about the school, though, did you already know who Mario Mancini and Paul Roma were, or did you kind of go back and do the research on YouTube and stuff like that?
I had to do the research. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Because you're young.
When I studied wrestling, I think the earliest I would go back might have been like 1995 and stuff like that, 1993.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how old you making me feel right now? Dude, I literally graduated from high school in 95.
But that really is, but those years are kind of catching the end of both of those guys, main in ring careers. So yeah, you got to go back to the 80s and see them on WWF TV and all that stuff. And I'm I'm a big fan of the Power and Glory.
Sure.
Back in the WWF when Roma did that, I enjoyed that. And then I know Cedric and I are both big fans of his run with Paul Orndorff as pretty wonderful.
Yeah,
that was beautiful stuff. And it's like it was nice to see Paul Roma. But those two minds right there, the amount those guys were fixtures of like our childhood, being middle-aged guys, fixtures of our childhood and stuff like that on television, both WWF and WCW. Both of those guys in particular, both had lengthy careers working on national stage. So yeah, do you and we know a lot of guys, a lot of men and women, get trained by people that never made it. People that never made it that far. What did it mean to you to get to train with people that truly had been to the highest levels in professional wrestling?
Yeah. You what does it mean? I mean, that's a really good question. I think the fact that the longevity that they have in this business and the fact that they still want to help people, it does mean a lot, And I think you're in such a special spot where it's like, damn, these guys have that old WF mindset, that old WF grind, and you're learning the things that like you being in being in the business that long, you get to learn stuff from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 10s, even right now in the 20s. Like even they're still learning too. So it's kind of like you get a little bit of everything, and it's crazy to see like I remember Mario one night. He's like, "I'm gonna call Tony Atlas." Just called him right away. I think it's
I love
stuff
that.
cool like that, like or I did a Mike Chioda camp down in Florida, and I was like, Paul Romo. He's like, I love him. He's like, give him my number, bro. So I think it's kind of cool how like you can still keep people connected and stuff like that, and that's gonna go a long way, for everybody.
That's nice, man. That's nice. I gotta ask you this: when did you start training? I know you said you was interested when you was like in the 6th grade. Is that also the time you started training, or was it a little bit later?
I started training last year.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay. So
remember, you said after WrestleMania 40 is when you started.
Okay. Yep. So now the another main question we always ask everybody: how did you feel when you took that first bump?
I was like, what? God damn, this is gonna be my life now. I remember when your body has to adjust. So like when I was hitting the ropes, I went home afterwards. I had all these stripes on my back. I was like, oh,
I feel you. Yes, sir.
Man, that's not.
I always ask people too. Did you hit? Did you hit your head more or your elbows more at first?
Elbows, definitely the elbows. I think
it's always one or the other.
It took me 2 weeks to be like, I need elbow pads.
But when the meat start tearing off, it's like, God damn. Yeah.
Another question we always ask: when you hit those ropes, was it skin or did you have a shirt on?
I had a shirt on first.
Oh, okay.
When okay, good deal. Yeah, between that, keeping that chin tucked in, man. If you had that whiplash effect and knock yourself out, just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But it sounds like you had that. It's usually one or the other, I say, because either you get the elbows, you get your back flatter and your elbows right first, and you knock the crap out of your head. It's like, but it never seems to come together like you got everything at once. It's always. I know for when I took bumps too, it's like, good Lord. Like, yeah, it's some people's just one elbow that hits all the time, I notice, but yeah, seems like everybody gets one or some combination of that or one or the other or something, and it's always brutal and it hurts like hell. So yeah, that's one thing I always think about. And when did you make your official in-ring debut?
August of last year. That's when I made my debut.
Of 24?
24, yeah.
Okay. And where was that at?
That was in East Haven, Connecticut, at a brewery.
Oh, cool. Was it for Paradise Pro?
Yeah,
was it one of their shows? Okay. Yeah, the I know they trained you and stuff. So you did debut with them. Okay. It's wild to be. It's awesome at the same time that you've already you're traveling internationally. You might not seem that far, but it's like you're going into a whole other country, and you've done it multiple times now to wrestle and stuff like that. From that first match, how I guess how fast did this catch fire? Where you're starting to get looked at by other promoters are pulling you in. Does the school help you get booked to different promotions too? How does that all work for you early on?
We got such great people at the school. Obviously, Roma and Mario have been great help. Buzz Bloodsaw. He's the guy that actually first got me in Canada. You guys are familiar with the AIWF.
Sure.
We had my first AIWF show was, I think it was in Tennessee. Then the next one was in North Carolina, and North Carolina is kind of where I met Drew Onyx, and then Drew Onyx was like, let's go over, let's bring these guys up to Canada.
Okay.
And I wrestled for Torture Chamber. I wrestled for IWS on a pre-show, and obviously, like you said before, I just did Project X. I just did New Outlaw Wrestling, and Canada. It from the Northeast, it's really not that far from the border.
Sure.
About 5 hours, 5.5 from where I am. So, and driving back and forth to like DC, which is also about 5 hours, it's really not that bad, especially if you have someone to drive with. Split the drive up, you get to sleep a little bit. But yeah, it's still crazy to be like, damn, I'm in a whole different country right now.
Absolutely. And it's good. Like Joey said, it's good that you're getting out here and in these different promotions and whatnot. So it's like some we have seen where folks the term they used back in the day was homestead, whereas they would just stick right there in a certain area, and it just be comfortable there. Whatnot, you getting your name out there. You got to making the town. So that's definitely definitely good stuff on that front. You said Tennessee. That's a hell of a drive from freaking Connecticut.
18 hours.
What town though? Because I'm from Tennessee, so now I got to know what town you're in.
40 minutes from Memphis. So
we
drove into a different time zone.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
I'm from the Memphis area. I'm from Memphis, so yeah. Wow. So yeah, it's definitely. Tell me which one was more the culture shock, Canada or Tennessee? Like as far as wrestling crowd culture shock aspect of it, because those crowds are different in different places.
It's two different dynamics all in itself. That's two different dynamics already.
I think. Damn, I don't know, like, because I've honestly, damn, I don't know, because I feel like Tennessee, like there's a lot more open space and stuff like that. I think the crazy thing to me is like, where the hell are the tolls in the South? You got like, if you drive from DC to Boston, you're probably going past at least like 8 to 10 tolls.
Sure.
Once you go past like Virginia, it's like there's no tolls. It's like, what's going on here?
Well, as far as the crowds go, was Tennessee a different feel for you too? Because those the fans in the South are a little different too.
Sure.
I'm not saying any better or worse or anything like that, but they can be their own breed of rowdiness and drinking and things like that. and depending on if the place is serving alcohol, but I know things have changed with that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know, fans of the Deep South, but they like I would say, like the Tennessee fans, a lot of times they like wrestling. They like it old school. They like that kind of style.
Definitely. And I think they also like that more family friendly stuff too. Like they're also nice. They, after the show, they came up and said, "Thank you for coming down here. We really appreciate that."
Yeah.
Canada, I think too is very, very similar. Where it's like at Project X, some guy came up and said, "This is my first like wrestling show I've been to. Like, it's kind of it was really fun. It was crazy." So I think it's kind of like they like they like wrestling. They like the wrestling. We don't need to do all the crazy stuff. Just go out there, wrestle, interact, have some fun. Like I love doing meet and greets. I love taking pictures with people, signing autographs and stuff like that. It's just like like even if I don't make it big time, at least I can say like like at this last show we wrestled right outside a rehab clinic for men.
Sure.
And we were signing some autographs, and some guy said, after I get out of here, I really want to do this. So if I can change one person's day,
that's good.
That to me, that's the moral of the story. Like we are larger than life people out there. Even no matter if you're wrestling in front of 20 people, 2,000 people, it's you're something larger than life.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I definitely I want to ask you as soon as we booked we booked you for the show. All Go Nelly. For someone who never who never saw you, never seen your work or whatnot. All Go Nelly is what?
Energetic. He's he's a funny, cracked out guy.
Okay.
Who just like it could be 8 a.m., it could be 2 a.m., 8 p.m. He's always got that energy, and he just wants to go out there and compete. I think that's the big thing, and I feel like when you try to explain All Go Nelly to any wrestling person, you're like, that just sounds like every other like kind of like guy. But it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
you have to hang out with me a little bit to kind of understand like the aura that I bring, kind of understand the energy and like kind of like that just humor that he brings,
Sure.
that I feel like you need to like see more of me to
Sure.
understand what's going on. Yeah.
Sure. Good deal.
That's also like
That's definitely so. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I'm gonna say that's kind of like what I always say too. You get to know someone, you understand their origins, you understand their name, you understand, why they do a lot of things. So I'm glad you said that because we had a question right here that said, "How did you choose your name?" So I guess you basically just answered that, without even the question. But yeah,
It was actually Paul Roma who picked my name. He's like,
Okay.
you're all go. You just don't stop. And I was like, okay, I guess. Like, coming up, the name might have been like honestly harder than learning how to wrestle.
Sure.
okay, okay.
But when a legend gives you something like that,
Sure.
what are you going to do? You can't say no to that because he obviously again knows what works and what doesn't work. So he putting you on the right track, getting you a name he knew would catch on and stuff. And that's something I think that when I watch your matches, I definitely start to understand that because the way you present yourself out there, you really are all go. Like the way you come to the ring, and that's the presentation I see too when I watch your matches. Definitely caught many of your matches between your social medias and on YouTube and those things.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry about that. I'm looking for a charger. Someone's helping me out.
Okay. No worries.
Oh, you good?
You're not about to die on us, are you?
I hope not. This is Kylon King, part of Miracle Generation. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Got to get him on.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Shoot.
Hit him up.
Everybody got a story. We're here for it. We're here for it.
This person says you all go doing this interview as well too. So
Yeah.
hey,
That's what's up.
Just trying my best. Trying to like get my face out there, meet new people. I love meeting new people.
hey,
Yeah.
that's what that's how we all met through doing the wrestling belt community.
Mm-hmm.
We all got a love of wrestling, and we say, hey, that's how it goes, man.
Absolutely.
With wrestling, meeting new people, it's great. It's great.
I love it.
I hope I'm not
So
being distracted. I'm so sorry, man.
No, you good, man.
No. I'm gonna ask you a question about next about Project X Wrestling because that is a company that has recently started really making a lot of buzz and getting a lot of especially recently. I think you were just on the show that was headlined by Matt Cardona and the villain Marty Skrull, and I was hearing about that. I got to watch the back and forth promos going from these guys online to try to build the show up and stuff like that. And that was really cool. And I think a lot of people now, like I had somebody else message me, like, "Have you heard of Project X Wrestling?" And I'm like, "Absolutely!" Like I have. So it's And then I was talking to Cassidy Renner offline, and she was talking about it's in like a rural area out there. It's a lot of times in Sidbury, Ontario. She goes, "This is not a big town out there. It's not." She goes, "It's kind of rural out there." So but then again, like, it's sometimes that's the way it is with independents. Sometimes they're out in these weird, obscure places. But one thing about Project X Wrestling, it's catching fire online. It's starting to blow up where a lot of like I'm able to watch the matches from YouTube and things like that, and that goes a long way because I live in the Norfolk, Virginia area. I'm not going to be making it to Sidbury, Ontario anytime soon, but I can catch it online and support the company and at least help grow it that way because that's what I think. That's one of the beautiful things about pro wrestling in 2025 is you can be, you don't just build your live crowd. You're building you're building your base on social media too, and that is another revenue stream and everything too. And it's so cool to see how that's blowing up. I've definitely first heard of the company, believe it or not, through Marty Skrull on his channel and vlogging and the different things he does, because I do follow him on there. And that's I guess one other thing is tell us about how you've seen the kind of that company come up and what you think about that.
So, well, me being young, trying to reach out and get as many
Sure.
shows as possible, I reached out to them because I said, "Oh, Canada, I've been there before." Then I put in the address. I was like, "Oh, damn." Um, I was like, "What?" And I reached out to him in August, got booked in August,
Nice.
and just he, seeing being that you're knowing you're gonna be on the same show as like Matt Cardona and Marty Skrull, you're like, what? This is crazy. So we're driving to the show with these two guys, and he's like, "This is a really good show. Johnny Bravo from TNA helps out a lot, and he's gonna be there." And I said, "What?" I was like, "Excuse me, who's
Yes.
gonna be there?" Then he told me, "Oh, the guy from C4, he's in the audience. This guy works for Maple Leaf Pro over there." I'm like, "Where the hell am I, man? Like, what is going on?"
In
And
this
that's
whole little town, you got all these different like wrestling folks, influential wrestling folks who you could definitely network with. So and that's freaking good. I love
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
And then go ahead.
yeah, it was just like I said, to be in a different province of Ontario. I think that was really cool, man. I think just going out to different places and stuff like that. I love it. And again, just like you said, making a name for yourself. I don't plan on going to Ontario just one time. I want to go back there. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
There you
I want to go
go.
back
Yeah.
to all these places. Like all the time and stuff like that. I just want to be a good wrestler. But obviously, like I want to obviously like just have like a big following.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
absolutely, and you definitely on the right track because you're not afraid to make some towns. You're not afraid at all to make some towns. Like, so.
That
Now
was going to be my next question. Was he scared to leave home to go and do this venture? That was my next question. But I
No,
guess
I've been out the country before. I've traveled. I actually went to Canada before as a pro wrestler by myself to go visit some friends in Vancouver. I've traveled to England by myself. A friend a long time ago took me to Colombia. Like like I said, going to this international school. The whole reason why I'm in Connecticut is because like I have friends who are diplomats, and they'll be like, "Yeah, man. Like I lived in Cyprus. I lived in Belgium. I lived in Tokyo. I lived
Belgium,
all over." And I'm like, you know
really?
what? Yeah, like because with the diplomats, how it works is depending on your job, whether it's the military,
Sure,
World Bank, or whatever it is,
mhm.
they put you out there for a couple of years. You go
Sure.
back home, and then you travel out again. So I've had people that have moved like at least 4 times, and not just down the street, but to a whole different country.
Sure.
So
Good
that
stuff.
inspired me to like at least get 5 hours away from home, and like experience something different. Because
Absolutely.
In DC, really, just like no wrestling almost.
Yeah, like I know that like in Virginia there's some wrestling. I know going up towards Pennsylvania. I'm not really familiar of I used to wrestle in Maryland, but I know like a lot of those promotions are here nor there. I know
Yeah, we got MCW, and that's probably the
right,
closest school to me, which is still
sure,
like an hour away in Jopa, Maryland. And you got to think again, we're talking about the time, the commitment and stuff. You want me to
sure,
drive an hour? Like again, I know a lot of people drive more than an hour to
right.
schools and stuff like that. But like, come what part of Virginia? You're from Norfolk, and what part of Virginia you been to? Are you
Right.
from?
No. Back in the day, like no.
Sorry.
No, that's all good. No. From 2000 to 2002, I was stationed in Maryland, and I went to wrestling school in Maryland. So that's how I freaking remember.
You know that DC traffic, especially
Oh,
now.
dude, you ain't saying. I be getting. I was like, I look at. Okay, 405. The 405 is what kind of the day it is? What time of the day it is? It's like crazy.
My friend lives in Upper Marlboro, Maryland,
What,
and he'd be like, "Come hang out with us." And I'm like,
bro?
"Yo,
Like,
if it's past 3 o'clock, I'm not driving to you, bro. I'm sorry." Like you either gotta wait till like at least 6 o'clock, or like you should have hit me up earlier.
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
That's
Get
how
stressed
that's how
just
I feel
thinking about
living
it.
in Houston. All that traffic. That's how I feel.
And to
Woo-wee.
be honest, like I'd rather drive through New York City. To be honest, I don't mind driving through the city.
Man, shoot, I hear you though, man. But yeah, that freaking beltway, man. Now this is back in 2000. Now, that was a freaking eye-opening damn experience. I can only imagine now. I can only freaking imagine. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna avoid this at all costs. I was up near Hagerstown, so
Oh
so
man, that's not even DMV. That's
no,
deep.
no, no, no. But for the army, I had to I had to go down. I had to go down to Walter Reed. I had to go to Bethesda. I had to go on.
Okay. So I live about 5 minute drive from Walter Reed.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right. Yeah. My daughter had her open heart surgery there.
Mm.
When she was a year and a half. So I'm definitely familiar with the area.
All right.
Absolutely.
So next time you go back to DC, you're gonna be really unhappy what they did with Walter Reed. I know we're getting off topic, but you're gonna be really unhappy.
Unhappy?
Unhappy.
Yeah.
They closed it down early 2000s, and now
uh-huh.
it's all and a couple years ago it's all apartments now.
Wow, dude. Man.
Away he goes.
Yeah.
So back on wrestling now.
Yeah, back on
Back on
wrestling.
wrestling. Sorry.
No.
We got sidetracked.
In some of these, well, like you said, now, like I'm kind of interested now because you said you had somebody from Maple Leaf Pro that was at that show. Would that be a goal of yours? Would you like to get in and do some shows with them as well?
Oh, 100%. That's one of the
He's like,
big.
Yeah,
I'm so there.
That's one of the big Canadian shows. And what I love about Canada,
yeah.
almost every show you go to, the ramp is elevated. I'm like, yo, I feel top dog right now. Like just walking, looking down at y'all. Like, like I love the elevated ramps. It gives you like that WrestleMania feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I
Yeah,
love them.
yeah. They have cool sets in a lot of those shows.
But
Even at
again,
Torture
it's
Chamber, like I'm blown away by some of the sets that Drew Onyx has there and stuff, and the way he sets things up. I'm like, damn, that's
I
nice. Like,
I just posted a video from my first torture chamber show. I
Uh-huh.
remember walking in and I'm slapping my tag partner. He's like, "Yo, chill out, dude." I'm like, "No, no, no, no. This is the one time I get to geek out. Like the
yeah,
one time I'll act crazy because like it was the venue, the outside, it's a church, and I'm like, what? You go inside, there's a wrestling ring, there's like so many seats, there's an extra level, there's a bar in there, and like I said, there's a Titantron, and like at that time, like I still haven't even been working for a year, so I wasn't even on shows where there was like a Titantron, like lights and stuff like that. I was like, this is cool, barricades, it was awesome.
Good
yeah.
stuff.
He's got it set up out there, so that's pretty awesome. And speaking of Drew Onyx, so uh, do you some of these guys that have been around as long as like he has backstage? You got Marty Scurll around. Sometimes I know he frequents Project X Wrestling up there. Do you get to talk to those guys there and get feedback and discuss things and that kind of thing?
I feel like you have to read the situation. Drew Onyx, like that's a guy you can talk to and stuff like that.
Right.
But I remember pulling up to the show. Matt and Marty were there. All I said was hello to them. You know what I'm saying? You know, all it says hello. I'm not gonna be a. So I'm sure they have a million people asking like, "Can I do this better? Can I do that better?" I'm sure I could have asked them, because one of my friends did actually, but I've been backstage on Raw a couple times and SmackDown, and it's the same thing. Like you can't treat them, like
No.
physically. You can't mark out.
Sure.
You especially when it's like Tommaso Ciampa. He was training at Chaotic Wrestling. Kofi Kingston was training up in New Hampshire. With Mike Hollow. Like a lot of these guys, it's like it seems so like those like WWE, AEW, they seem so far away, but then it's like, wait, this trainer, this guy, you were in this town. Ivar just wrestled on Motor on a chaotic show, so it's like you're so like these are your coworkers, man. These are your coworkers, and but also their study material. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just remember it's crazy because I was watching Raw last night, and the thing that struck to me the most and what's missing from what I think I'm missing right now is that still larger than life person. Like I want to be you. You know what I'm saying? What like watching watching your boy Dominic Mysterio. Look at the fit. Look at the fit. It's like what is that? It's crazy. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
But Raquel Rodriguez, I'm just like
Exactly.
she looks like it's like if you had to describe it like she's a badass, but she's a badass times 100.
Right.
That's what and just watching their gear and stuff like that, like it's like you can sum it down to their character being like they're cool, they're cocky, they're a superhero, whatever, but there's something about them that's just like wow, like they're a superstar. And I think that's why they're called superstars and not wrestlers, because there's something about them that just sticks out, whether like something that's just incredible about them, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. And I'm glad that you brought up, because it's like and it just really speaks to your thirst for wanting to get to that next level, and it's like, or like not necessarily that you want to be with whatnot, but looking for inspiration. Like, okay, if I take a little bit of this, take a little bit of this, I can incorporate. I can incorporate, and maybe I can do this on another level. So yeah, I definitely I dig that. I dig that. All right. We got about 13 minutes left or whatnot. Let's do a little bit of word up, shall we? All right, so word up is basically word association. I'm gonna throw something on the screen. First thing that comes to mind is what we want you to bring to the table. And we'll definitely dig into that. Sounds good.
This sounds crazy. I hope my brain works right now.
I hope so too. Now I know that you haven't you're still young in the business, and by no means, and I want to try to have any kind of bad juju. But what is the worst injury you've had so far?
Honestly, my toe.
Okay.
My toe.
A dislocation or just a?
I just like jammed my toe and I thought I broke it. It was hard to walk for a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember the match?
Match. It was practice.
Oh, it was excuse me. Okay. It was practice.
Don't try. Make sure you're ready to do a backflip.
Oh, okay. So your feet didn't land flat, or you went down pointed?
Yep, my toe would point. I was like, ah.
Oh,
but I did the backflip though.
There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. The best advice you have received so far.
Go out there, help out as much as you can. That's definitely that's where I am right now. That's why who I am right now. I think that's the best.
Good stuff. Helping out. Is that in regards to like anything like the promotion needs?
Taking down the ring, taking rides with people, being there, just being ready to help out.
Good deal. Good deal. Definitely some great advice. So far, who would you say is your biggest rival?
Jeremy the Crow. I hate that guy.
Or okay,
Wow.
so all right, tell us about this guy real quick.
I think I wrestled for a year, and I think I've had the most matches with him. I'm like, bro, like, what's good? Like, why do we keep bumping into each other? We're 2 for 2 with each other. We've had 4 matches. We're gonna have our 5th one at our big show, Paradise and Mania, on November 22nd.
Oh,
Wow.
snap!
Nice plug. Nice plug.
Nice plug. I love that. I love that. All right, so now you might have mentioned like you said 18 hours to Tennessee. Is that the longest road trip?
Yep, nothing's gonna beat that.
Nothing's gonna beat that. But that 26-hour marathon though, going to Montreal to Ontario, that's definitely an undertaking as well though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, at least we got some breaks and we got to sleep.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, your favorite match so far?
Now I gotta dig deep. What is my favorite match so far?
If you got a couple, it's okay. It's okay. I'll let you slide on this one. I'll let you slide on this.
I had a great match with Sammy Diaz. That might be my favorite one so far.
Okay. And what promotion was that for?
Tessa Strength, TOS.
TOS. Okay. Tessa Strength. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Stiffest opponent.
Jeremy Lacroix. He's got the hardest lariats out there, but it's a good lariat. It's good. He really wants to knock your head off, and that's what we need. That's what I need. Like, you hit me hard, I'm gonna hit you hard back.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Bring it. Like hit. I want to feel it. Something about that hit. You're like, ooh, okay, all right. I see where you're coming from. I got you. Hottest crowd.
Either Torture Chamber or probably Torture Chamber.
Torture Chamber.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Focus Pro. Focus Pro was a good one too.
Focus Pro. Where they're out of?
Massachusetts, right outside Boston.
Right outside Boston. Okay, good deal. All right, dream match. All right, so you're still young. I'll give you a couple on this one here. If you can have a dream match with anybody or a couple people, who would it be?
Give me Tomohiro Ishii.
Ooh. You're going in.
Yeah,
you're going in. Okay. The Stone Pitbull. You want some of that, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Like I said, you hit me hard, I'm gonna hit you hard back. I don't know if I'll regret that or not, but we'll find out.
Exactly. Okay. All right. What comes to mind? Signature move.
So I do an elbow to the back of the head.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. All right. So there's many conversations out there when it said the GOAT. When we ask you, who is that?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
Nice.
The glass breaking does it for you?
Not even him. When he was stunning Steve Austin.
Okay.
Man, when he was teaming up with Brian Pillman Jr. Holy crap. The Golden Lovers. If you don't go watch their stuff, go watch their tag team stuff. Brilliant.
Them Hollywood Blondes.
Hollywood Blondes. Damn, bro. Damn.
Yeah, you said Golden Lovers. Oh, yeah, you
Thank
the
you.
2 generations on this real quick. Don't worry, we got you. The Hollywood Bonds in WCW. Okay.
That's literally what Kevin Nash was talking about one day. He said, you guys watched him in WWF, but you should have seen him when he was the best wrestler in the world. When he was at WCW. It's like before he got the neck injuries and stuff like that. But like, I will never forget. I mean, you look at when he was TV champ, he feuded with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. When he was tag team, he feuded with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. When he was a U.S. champ, he feuded with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. It's like you can't pick a better opponent to have build you up and get the best matches out of you than freaking Ricky Steamboat. So it's like he, he was always positioned to be that. And even in the Stone Cold run, I love that he still said it was Ricky Steamboat that taught him how to work on top. So when he got there, he was ready. And it's like, yeah, Austin and WCW in ring work, yes, phenomenal.
Absolutely.
100%.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Favorite weapon?
Probably a kendo stick.
Kendo stick. God, I love it. I love it. Good stuff. I think we're at our last one here. Greatest tag team.
I love the Dudley Boys.
You love the Dudley Boys.
But Hollywood Blondes is definitely up there too.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Did you get a chance? You get a chance to see the Hardys and Dudley that last one?
Not just yet, but I'm definitely gonna try and watch that soon.
Good
like
stuff.
I said, I'm always on the road, man.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Totally get it. Yeah, you're definitely on your grind. You're on your grind. So much on the grind. Whatnot. He's taking time out of his training to spend an hour with us, and we definitely appreciate that so much, man. It definitely means a lot to us. To all people that are watching as well, how they can follow you on your journey.
If you want to follow me on Instagram at all_go_Nelli. That's the same on Twitter. That's the same on TikTok. You can watch me wrestling Kristara now on IWTV. She's a great person too. So yeah, you can follow me on there.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Like, all right, All GO Nelli, man. This has been our absolute pleasure having you on Bells and Bells tonight. We definitely appreciate it. We're gonna be following you on your journey. We're gonna be checking up on you and whatnot. And you definitely gonna have to come back and give us an update down the road, man. We're gonna hold you to that now, okay?
Oh, absolutely, I got you.
Oh, I love that. And coming up next, Joy, we got some more young talent come along the way as well as a veteran, right?
Absolutely. We got more interviews lined up coming. We're so grateful for everybody that does come on the show. And I guess let's see who we got coming on. All right, real quick, I want to my good friend out there, Dustin, also known as Laz. For those who aren't familiar with NWA Wildside, this is the company that gave birth to a literal who's who in the 2000s and up in professional wrestling out of Cornelia, Georgia, another small little rural town.
Yeah.
Not unlike Sidbury, Ontario, that just was a great breeding ground for a lot of talent. We're going to talk to a man who is now a college professor, but once was a great professional wrestler. Came out of that NWA Wildside group, trained with AJ Styles, appeared on TNA as well. Good friend Laz will be coming on the show on November 25th, and then somebody All GO Nelli is familiar with. She's graduated from the Torture Chamber Wrestling School up there with Drew Onyx in Montreal. She's out of Montreal and definitely one of the stars as well of Project X Wrestling. We're talking about Cassidy Renner. Will be coming on December 16th, joining us right here on Bells and Belts. So we are very excited with these upcoming guests. It definitely it's awesome to see the talent that's all connected there, because you guys, you and Cassidy, just on a show together. Probably not the first one even, and she's only been in the business since May, I believe, officially working herself. And like yourself is hitting the road, making towns, and getting out there too. So you love to see the great talent out there, and seems like really great people coming up through both your respective schools and programs up there, and making and networking and doing the things. So we're grateful for everybody. All GO Nelli, thank you again for coming on tonight and spending this hour with us in between all the madness that you got going on. I know you're probably still going to be all go after this is over. So.
I know exactly.
Probably.
Shoot, absolutely. I love it. I love it. Like that's one of the things that we love. We love is we talk with this young talent, and we watching them grow, and we watching them progress, and keep on doing it the right way. So keep doing what you're doing, and you're definitely just destined for bigger and better things. So again, thank you so much for the time, and we'll be checking in on you. Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Sure. And all of y'all in the chat with Dom, I see you guys. We're gonna address all of y'all next week. Okay. I'm gonna address all of y'all next week. When we do our top 10 show. But I'm gonna take some time and we gonna get into some of these comments next week. Y'all want to act up in front of company? I got y'all next week. Man up and joy. I'm your boy Cedric D. We will see you guys here next week here on Bells and Belts.
Yeah.